Hey, in this video we are going to talk about 1983, the birth of the Internet. Before starting this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Let's get started. The history of the Internet has its origin in information theory and the efforts of scientists and engineers to build and interconnect computer networks. The Internet Protocol Suite, the set of rules used to communicate between networks and devices on the Internet, arose from research and development in the United States and involved international collaboration, particularly with researchers in the United Kingdom and France. Computer science was an emerging discipline in the late 1950s that began to consider time sharing between computer users and later the possibility of achieving this over wide area networks. J.C.R. Licklider developed the idea of a universal network at the Information Processing Techniques Office, IPTO, of the United States Department of Defense, DoD, Advanced Research Projects Agency, RPA. Independently, Paul Barron at the R&D Corporation proposed a distributed network based on data in message blocks in the early 1960s, and Donald Davies conceived of packet switching in 1965 at the National Physical Laboratory, NPL, proposing a national commercial data network in the United Kingdom. RPA awarded contracts in 1969 for the development of the RPNET project, directed by Robert Taylor and managed by Lawrence Roberts. RPNET adopted the packet switching technology proposed by Davies and Barron, underpinned by mathematical work in the early 1970s by Leonard Kleinrock at UCLA. The network was built by a team at Bolt, Beranek, and Newman, which included Bob Kahn. Several early packet switch networks emerged in the 1970s, which researched and provided data networking. RPA projects, international working groups, and commercial initiatives led to the development of various standards and protocols for internetworking, in which multiple separate networks could be joined into a network of networks. Bob Kahn, now at DARPA, and Vint Cerf at Stanford University, published research in 1974 that evolved into the Transmission Control Protocol (TCP) and Internet Protocol (IP), two protocols of the Internet Protocol Suite. The design included concepts from the French Cyclades project directed by Louis Pouzin. In the early 1980s, national and international public data networks emerged based on the X25 protocol, the design of which included the work of Rémy Desprez. In the United States, the National Science Foundation, NSF, funded national supercomputing centers at several universities in the United States and provided interconnectivity in 1986 with the NSNET project, thus creating network access to these supercomputer sites for research and academic organizations in the United States. International connections to NSNET, the emergence of architecture such as the domain name system, and the adoption of TCP/IP internationally on existing networks marked the beginnings of the Internet. Commercial Internet Service Providers, ISPs, emerged in 1989 in the United States and Australia. The RPNET was decommissioned in 1999, limited private connections to parts of the Internet by officially commercial entities emerged in several American cities by late 1989 and 1990. The optical backbone of the NSFNET was decommissioned in 1995, removing the last restrictions on the use of the Internet to carry commercial traffic, as traffic transitioned to optical networks managed by Sprint, MCI, and AT&T. Research at CERN and in Switzerland by the British computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee in 1989–90 resulted in the World Wide Web, linking hypertext documents into an information system, accessible from any node on the network. The dramatic expansion of capacity of the Internet with the advent of wave division multiplexing, WBM, and the rollout of fiber optic cables in the mid-1990s had a revolutionary impact on culture, commerce, and technology. This made possible the rise of near-instant communication by electronic mail, instant messaging, voice over Internet Protocol, VoIP, telephone calls, video chat, and the World Wide Web with its discussion forums, blogs, social networking services, and online shopping sites. Increasing amounts of data are transmitted at higher and higher speeds over fiber optic networks operating at 1 gig/, 10 gig/, and 800 gig/ by 2019. Do you think about this video? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.